Have you ever been turned down for a job you were qualified for? It's a question that many of us have asked ourselves at some point in our lives. The sting of rejection can be hard to shake off, especially when you know deep down you were a perfect fit for the role. But let's take a moment to step back and look at the bigger picture. Before we get started, subscribe, like, and turn on notifications to motivate and inspire channel, so you'll know when we add another video. Now, back to our video. Job rejections are more common than you might think. In fact, they're an integral part of the job search process. Even the most qualified and experienced candidates have faced rejection at one time or another. It's a universal experience, a rite of passage in the professional world. So, if you've been turned down for a job, you're not alone. It's easy to take job rejections personally, to feel as though they're a reflection of your worth or abilities. But that couldn't be further from the truth. The reality is, job rejections can be influenced by a myriad of factors beyond your control. Maybe the company decided to promote internally, or perhaps they found someone with a slightly different skill set that better suited their needs. The point is, job rejections are not an indictment of your qualifications or your value as a professional. They're simply a part of the process, a stepping stone on the path to the right job. It's important to remember this when you're navigating the ups and downs of the job search. So next time you get that letter or email saying, "Thanks, but no thanks," take a deep breath. Remind yourself that this is a normal part of the journey, a sign that you're putting yourself out there and taking steps towards your career goals. Instead of seeing rejection as a setback, view it as an opportunity to learn and grow, to refine your approach and come back stronger. After all, the most successful people aren't those who never fail, but those who refuse to let failure stop them. Have you ever been turned down for a job you were qualified for? It's a question that many of us have asked ourselves at some point in our lives. The sting of rejection can be hard to shake off, especially when you know deep down you were a perfect fit for the role. But let's take a moment to step back and look at the bigger picture. Job rejections are more common than you might think. In fact, they're an integral part of the job search process. Even the most qualified and experienced candidates have faced rejection at one time or another. It's a universal experience, a rite of passage in the professional world. So, if you've been turned down for a job, you're not alone. It's easy to take job rejections personally, to feel as though they're a reflection of your worth or abilities. But that couldn't be further from the truth. The reality is, job rejections can be influenced by a myriad of factors beyond your control. Maybe the company decided to promote internally, or perhaps they found someone with a slightly different skill set that better suited their needs. The point is, job rejections are not an indictment of your qualifications or your value as a professional. They're simply a part of the process, a stepping stone on the path to the right job. It's important to remember this when you're navigating the ups and downs of the job search. So next time you get that letter or email saying, "Thanks, but no thanks," take a deep breath. Remind yourself that this is a normal part of the journey, a sign that you're putting yourself out there and taking steps towards your career goals. Instead of seeing rejection as a setback, view it as an opportunity to learn and grow, to refine your approach and come back stronger. After all, the most successful people aren't those who never fail, but those who refuse to let failure stop them. Remember, rejection is not a reflection of your worth, but a part of the journey to the right job. Rejection stings, doesn't it? But it's essential to manage those feelings effectively. Now, you might be wondering how to do that, right? Well, let's delve into some strategies that can help you cope with the emotional impact of job rejection. First and foremost, practice self-care. It's easy to let negative emotions consume you, but remember, you're more than a job or a job rejection, so take some time out for yourself. Read a book, take a walk, or indulge in your favorite hobby. This can help you de-stress and recharge, preparing you for the next challenge. Next, don't hesitate to seek support. It's okay to feel down, and it's equally okay to ask for help. Reach out to friends, family, or career counselors who can provide guidance and reassurance. They can offer a fresh perspective, helping you understand that rejection is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a common experience in the job hunt. Now, speaking of perspective, maintaining a balanced view of the situation is crucial. Rejection can make you feel like you're the only one struggling, but let me assure you, you're not alone. Many successful people have faced rejection multiple times before landing their dream job. It's a part of the process, not the end of the road. Also, remember to focus on your accomplishments, not just the setbacks. Yes, you got rejected, but think about the skills you showcased during the application or interview process. Remember the courage it took to apply in the first place. Celebrate these wins, however small they may seem. Lastly, don't forget to give yourself credit for resilience. Each rejection is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. You're still here, still trying, and that's something to be proud of. By acknowledging your feelings and treating yourself with kindness, you can navigate through this challenging time. Remember, every rejection brings you one step closer to the job that's meant for you. So keep going and don't give up. You've got this. Ever wondered how you can turn this setback into a setup for a comeback? Let's dive into that. In the face of rejection, it's easy to feel disheartened, like you've hit a brick wall. But what if we told you that each rejection is actually a stepping stone towards your success? That's right. Each no is a chance to learn, to improve, and to inch closer to that coveted yes. One of the key ways to learn from rejection is by seeking feedback. If you've been turned down after an interview, don't hesitate to ask the interviewer for constructive criticism. They might provide insights into what didn't work in your favor. Maybe you need to work on your communication skills, or perhaps your experience didn't align with the role as well as you thought. Whatever the case, this feedback is a goldmine of information, helping you understand where you stand and what you need to improve. But feedback isn't just about what others tell you. It also involves self-reflection. After a rejection, take a step back and objectively analyze your performance. Did you answer all questions confidently? Was your resume up to the mark? Did you convey your skills effectively? Answering these questions can provide you with a roadmap for what to do differently next time. Finally, remember, every rejection is a valuable learning experience. If you were rejected because you lacked a certain skill, take it as a cue to upskill. If your resume didn't make the cut, perhaps it's time to revamp it. Each rejection can serve as a guide, showing you the areas you need to work on to increase your chances of landing a job. Think of rejections not as failures, but as lessons. Each one is molding you, shaping you into a more refined candidate. It's not a question of if you'll land a job, but when. And with each rejection, you're one step closer. So dust off that disappointment and get back in the game. Because guess what? Every rejection is a chance to learn and grow. It's not a dead end, but a detour to better opportunities. Scene script. Stuck in a rut? Maybe it's time to rethink your job search strategy. Sometimes the traditional route of applying for jobs online just doesn't cut it. You send out dozens, maybe even hundreds of applications and hear nothing back. It's frustrating, demoralizing even, but don't lose hope. There are ways to revamp your job hunt and make it more effective. Firstly, consider expanding your job search scope. It's easy to tunnel vision on a specific job title or industry, but you might be missing out on roles that could use your skills in a different context. Think about the transferable skills you have and how they might apply to different industries or roles you haven't considered before. Networking is another crucial element of a successful job search strategy that often gets overlooked. Building relationships with professionals in your field can open doors to opportunities that you might not find in a traditional job search. Attend industry events, join online forums, and don't be afraid to reach out to people who might be able to help you. Relationships are a two-way street, so think about how you can add value to their professional lives too. Optimizing your job application materials is also essential. Your resume and cover letter should be tailored to each job you apply for, highlighting the skills and experiences that make you a strong fit for the role. Consider getting a professional to review your resume or using online tools to ensure it's up to par. And remember, a strong application is concise, clear, and error-free. Lastly, don't forget about social media. LinkedIn, for instance, can be a powerful tool in your job search. Make sure your profile is up to date and showcases your skills, experiences, and professional interests. And don't just use it to apply for jobs. Engage with other users, share relevant content, and show that you're active and invested in your field. A fresh approach can breathe new life into your job search and open up unexpected opportunities. So take a step back, reassess your strategy, and don't be afraid to try something new. Remember, every no brings you one step closer to that yes. What if you could become an even stronger candidate than you are now? That's the question we're exploring in this segment. You see, in today's fast-paced world, it's not enough to simply rest on your laurels. The job market is ever-changing, and so too should your skill set be. To stand out from the crowd, you need to be proactive about enhancing your abilities and qualifications. Continuous learning and professional development are key to doing just that. Think about it, maybe you're a marketer. Sure, you've got a knack for crafting compelling messages and campaigns, But what if you could add data analysis to your repertoire? Suddenly, you're not just a marketer. You're a marketer who can leverage data to drive results. That's a powerful combination. Or perhaps you're in IT. You're a whiz at coding. But have you considered branching out into cybersecurity or machine learning? These are high-demand areas that could give you an edge in the job market. The point here is, no matter what field you're in, there's always room to grow. There are countless courses, certifications, and training programs out there that can help you broaden your knowledge base and sharpen your skills. And it's not just about the hard skills. Don't overlook the value of soft skills like communication, leadership, and emotional intelligence. These are just as important in the workplace, and they can make you a more well-rounded candidate. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I don't have time for all that. But remember, you don't have to do it all at once. Start small. Take one course, read one book, attend one seminar. You'd be surprised at how much you can learn in a short amount of time. By boosting your skills and qualifications, you're not just preparing for job opportunities today, but also for the jobs of tomorrow. So don't wait. Start enhancing your skills today and watch as new doors of opportunity open up for you. Ever heard of the saying, the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory? Well, let me tell you, it's as true as the sun rising in the east. Staying motivated and persistent in your job search can sometimes feel like scaling a mountain. But remember, the view from the top is always worth the effort. One of the most potent strategies you can employ is setting achievable goals. Don't aim to land the job of your dreams overnight. Instead, break it down into smaller, more manageable tasks. Maybe today you aim to tailor your resume for 2 job postings. Tomorrow you might decide to reach out to a few industry professionals for advice. By setting these smaller goals, you're making the journey more manageable and less daunting. Now let's talk about celebrating small wins. Did you manage to send out a batch of well-crafted cover letters today? That's a win. Did you nail a phone interview and get invited for an in-person meeting? That's a bigger win. Celebrate these moments. They are stepping stones to your ultimate goal and deserve recognition. Each small win is proof that you're making progress, and that's something to be proud of. Maintaining a positive mindset is another key to staying motivated. Yes, the job hunt can be frustrating, at times even disheartening. But remember, every no you hear is one step closer to that yes you're striving for. Surround yourself with positive influences. Listen to inspiring podcasts, read uplifting books, and most importantly, believe in yourself. Remember, the job search is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's about endurance, persistence, and resilience. It's about not giving up no matter how many obstacles you come across. Just like any long-distance runner will tell you, the key is to keep going, to keep pushing, no matter how much you want to stop. Your determination and perseverance will be your greatest allies on your journey to landing your dream job. Let's bring it all together, shall we? What do you do after a job rejection? We've navigated through the rough waters of job rejections together, and now it's time to look back at the milestones we've crossed. Rejection is a bitter pill to swallow, but it's also a stepping stone towards your success. Our journey began with acknowledging the reality of job rejections, a phase that everyone has to go through at some point. Remember when we spoke about dealing with emotions? It's perfectly normal to feel dejected, maybe even a little lost after a job rejection. What matters is not letting these emotions take the wheel. It's about managing these feelings effectively, dusting yourself off, and getting back in the game. Then comes the part where we learn from our rejections. Each no is an opportunity to grow, to refine our approach, and to come back stronger. It's about taking constructive criticism on board and using it to fine-tune your job applications and interviews. Next on our journey, we discussed revamping your job search strategy. Sometimes, a fresh perspective is all you need to break the cycle of rejections. It's about being proactive, widening your job search, networking, and making the most of social media platforms. We also touched upon enhancing your skills and qualifications. In today's highly competitive job market, standing out from the crowd is paramount. Whether it's learning a new software, getting certified in your field, or developing soft skills like communication and leadership, every bit counts. Finally, we explored the importance of staying motivated and persistent throughout your job search. It's not an easy journey, and there will be times when you'll want to throw in the towel. But remember, persistence pays off. Each job rejection is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to inch closer to the job that's perfect for you. It's about transforming the disappointment of a no into the determination for a yes. As we wrap up, remember that rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It's merely a sign that there's something better waiting for you out there. It's about having the courage to keep going, the resilience to bounce back from setbacks, and the conviction that you're capable of achieving your career goals. Remember, every no is one step closer to a yes. Keep going and you'll find the job that's right for you.